So let's check in. It is 8:30. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Unblinded Sales Mastery Morning Huddle, where we join each other every single morning from 8:30 to 9 o'clock to talk about the fun and excitement of exponentially growing your sales. And I am present to Michael Smikin saying what's up. I'm present to Gina Ritchie with her smile. I'm present to a beautiful role play that we had yesterday where we dropped kicked some people like Leticia and Keith right into the water, and they did an amazing job. So I want to check in with that. It's 8:30. Sean, are you here with us? All right, so let's take a fun share. I see a lot of energy. I heard about dance parties, white pants, some other crazy dynamics. So I'm curious, like, where is all this energy coming from? So who is there anyone new? I believe Tia, you wanted to introduce someone new to the group. So if there's anyone that is new to the group and or you have invited someone to the group, please take this second to unmute and introduce them and share who they are. So let's give 1 second. Actually 2 seconds for that new person or someone to introduce the new person. If not, I'd love to take a share from the community on like what's present on this fun Friday. Let's talk about some cool things. So anyone new or anyone introduce someone? Yes. Who is this?
Good morning, David Newman. How are you?
Hey, beautiful, David. David, where are you calling us from?
New York City. Brand
awesome.
new to
New York City, brother. So what is going on, David?
Unblinded Mastery. I'm really excited to be part of the team now. It's a very recent thing
brother,
for me.
If we lose you, if you're speaking, we cannot hear you.
I said, you hear me now?
Now we can hear you, David. So go ahead. David from New York. What's happening, brother?
Yeah, man, things are happening for sure. I'm really happy to be part of Unblinded. It's a very recent new thing for me. I had my first, not my first, but of course, building momentum, had a nice win yesterday, speaking to about 10 different senior centers, getting my software into their community to help elders stay mobile, more independent, have less joint pain. Really excited about that.
That's awesome. Well, that is really exciting. And, quick final question. How'd you hear and how'd you come across Unblinded?
I met Sean probably a couple months ago at one of his dinners. I'm an orthopedic surgeon in Manhattan, and I was connected with him through one of his work colleagues. And I've been on the huddle for pretty much since then. And I hooked up with Jared recently because he's helping me prepare for my TEDx talk. So I'm really just excited and motivated to be part of the team, for sure.
So you are the gentleman that sends emails with wishing us a joyful day of no joint pain, correct?
You what?
That is me. Yes, I'm that man.
Dude, that is so awesome. Well, thank you. I am excited for our coaching opportunity to support you on your TEDx talk. So it's totally an honor. And I cannot wait to create that piece of content together. So let's make sure we coordinate. I am so pumped. It is such an honor to support you in that TEDx talk as I actually step into one in Puerto Rico on April 4th. So we will be sharing similar stages, brother.
Yeah, and who's great, man. Who's speaking?
Fernando. Can I introduce someone real quick that's on this call? His name is Keith Trippy, and I met him last night at the party.
Awesome.
Yeah,
yes,
hold on one second.
Sean. Hey, what's happening,
yeah,
brother?
Who is that we're supporting right now talking? Fernando, who you just chatting with?
That is David from New York. He has been
David Newman.
David Newman.
Hey,
there
David,
we go.
how are you? Good morning, David.
Hi, Sean. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, thank you so much for being on. And yeah, we're looking forward to supporting ecosystem merging and accelerating with you. Thank you.
Yeah, man. So Fernando, we're meeting Tuesday. I look forward to it. Certainly.
All right. You got it, brother. And then we had Liba, and if you don't mind, Sean, we have one more, Rocky Adams, who is also new. So Liba, if you'd like to say what you were going to say and introduce the new person, please go ahead.
Hi. He told me he's on the train, so he might not be able to speak. But I met him last night, and his name is Keith Trippy, and he is amazing. He's going to love this family. Hi,
Awesome.
Keith. I'm so happy he jumped on.
Yeah, Liba, thank you. And Keith, welcome for sure. Hope all is well. If you have Keith out there, and feel free to jump in if you are. And if not, we look forward to hearing from you soon as we roll into this fun Friday.
Beautiful.
So awesome. So Fernando, as we hit this fun Friday, is Keith there? Is that a voice or no?
Hey, I'm here. Sorry, I can't talk much, but I really appreciate you guys having me on.
Yeah, awesome. Welcome, Keith. And yeah, we're creating the unblinding, see what you don't see, but the fun excitement of exponentially growing your sales, and just creating outcomes and results at an accelerated rate. So welcome aboard, Keith. Thanks for being here.
Awesome.
All right. So Fernando, yeah, as we hit this fun Friday, Fernando, what is present for you?
So many beautiful things, Sean. And one of the things I've learned from you is that leadership is passing the microphone. So I want to just take a second and honor Rocky Adams. I appreciate that you put your hand up and you're patient in honoring the group. Is there anything that you would like to share, Rocky?
Yes, I am 2 days into, I think this is officially will be my second or third day in Unblinded. And I just wanted to say how humbling this has been for me. You know, I'm in the process, like this morning, I've been watching the 3-hour video, the one before you get into the modules. It's like, someone was talking about, they were talking about how someone was blinded as to the sales process. Like someone didn't believe they could learn from Sean in terms of sales. And they were talking about how knowing is the blocker of growth. Now in my business, I teach knowingness differently than, it's totally different, just different, same thing, different phraseology. I just use different phraseology for that, but oh my God, that's so humbling. And I'm realizing how many blocks I have around business, especially on the roll call last night, role play last night. I'm seeing where my own money stories and the ego around that stuff has been blocking me from getting more business. My business has been 100% word of mouth up until now, and I've had all kinds of stories around like networking and business and ethical business practice that have stopped me from putting myself out there more. So this has really been amazing so far, incredibly humbling. And then I would like to thank Cody Hicks.
Brother, that is so awesome. Thank you for your honesty, your vulnerability, and being here and being present, playing full out. Keep watching the videos. Those role plays and Q&As are there for you. So please submit questions, and that's for everyone within our mastery program. Happy to have you here, Rocky. So Sean, I'll keep it quick.
I think Rocky, Rocky, I think was acknowledging Cody Hicks as well. Is that right, Rocky?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for bringing me on board, brother.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, thank you, Cody. Thank you, Rocky. And yes, for Rocky and everybody, I am insanely grateful for that, for everybody's shares this morning. Rocky, the power of those small distinctions, mind-boggling. And for more than 30 years in my space, as you're watching introductory videos going all the way back to athletics, learning the power of small distinctions, compounding over small distinctions, creating massive accelerations, often in a very short period of time, and certainly small distinctions compounded over time, creating exponential acceleration with the things that are occurring and just have occurred, you know, going all the way back to when I first realized the power of public speaking in 1997 and started speaking in front of groups of chiropractors shortly thereafter, and seeing what I didn't see and building and growing the business, you know, just remarkable, the power of the stage and microphone ecosystem merging, and we haven't even started to roll into those dynamics yet in the program in depth. So super excited to have you here, everybody here on this fun Friday. Moving into it, as we were saying, Fernando, I know we have Jared out in Arizona, huge talk for the Unblinded movement coming up tomorrow. Super grateful again for Roger Sahuri and for Jared and his family being out there. We'll be heading out there super early tomorrow morning, I believe. And Fernando, on this fun Friday, what is present for you?
Many things. I'm going to narrow it down to 3. It's one is the speed of ecosystem merging. It is, you know, for a while it was like Sean hyper merging in all these different areas, and now we sit back and it's like Adam's doing like amazing things. Jared is going to go talk to Isogenics corporate. You're going to do the speaking engagement. You know, I'm here speaking to amazing people. Jeff Shook is getting his agreement formations at the Nerve Center, and it's like, whoa! Like even when like we're filming videos, like mergers and things are happening. So that is present for me. Also, you know, I'm just in gratitude for you in your leadership and displaying ego subjugation. That has been one of the greatest hacks ever. And truly, you know, telling the truth, as Michael Spiken, you know, gave me access to, truly, you know, submitting your ego and understanding that leadership is about empowering others. It's not about always leading the microphone. And I remember when you first told me what success meant for you, I'm like, I didn't buy it. You know, the truth is I didn't buy it because my own ego showed up. You said to me, success is when I'm in the back of the room with 100,000 people and someone else is on stage. And I was like, I don't know, it's kind of weird. People don't, say things like that. And you've displayed it. The gratitude I have.
Fernando, I added 100,000 people in that arena, and there's thousands of people across the world speaking to groups of 1,000, 2,000, all the way down to groups of 3, 4, and 5 people. And that is what ultimately success for Unblinded will do. But please continue.
And the point is that story is that you've displayed it. Someone said it yes the other day. You walk your talk, and over these 13 months, you've had opportunities to not, and you always stay with your word. So I know you're not a fan of being called Mr. Integrity, but you do a very terrible job of not owning that statement. So I honor you for that. And final is the power of micro distinctions. I am a fanatical student of things that I believe are great for humanity. And yesterday, when we were doing our video on congruence and matching and mirroring, I thought I knew what that was. And in your display, I realized I didn't, and I had areas to grow. And the one distinction you gave me, and then I'll pass it back to you, is that congruence is about you, your words, your physiology, and the vocabulary you're using. And matching and mirroring is about meeting the other person where they are and taking them where you want them to go. So just that separation of congruence is me, matching and mirroring is the people, the crowd, other, opened up a whole new world for me to be able to use the formula. So that is what I'm present to.
Yeah. Well, awesome share. Thank you, Fernando. And on this fun Friday, the power of micro distinctions are present. And sometimes those micro distinctions can be this simple. In the introductory video, we talk about process mastery. Where are you in your process mastery? Where are you in your time blocking? Where are you in your
Sean,
reach out?
Can't hear you.
Really? Can you hear me now or no?
Sean, are you there?
I think it's you, Fernando.
Yeah, we can hear you, Sean.
I think it's you.
I
We
hear
can
you.
Good.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. Thank you, guys. Thank
We
you.
can hear you.
So where are you? Yeah, great. Thank you. So where are you in your micro distinctions? Yes. And those micro distinctions include the very basic elements of, are you executing on your process mastery and implementing? And if not, why not? Having the conversations, ecosystem merging, building accelerations in, so you're creating more sales meetings. And you're living in the formula. One of the accelerants that's been tremendous for Fernando, for Adam, has been, and I mean, Adam, forget it. I mean, Adam was dropped the mic already, and the distinctions have been incredible for him as well, have been the massive amount of repetitions. So we went from nowhere to having, Fernando have 300, sales calls in a month, or sales meetings. And, being in that number, even if it's 100, 150 a month, those are just numbers that are so different than what other people are experiencing. And the acceleration that occurs from that type of volume, if you're in the formula, if you're self-aware and asking questions, is not only powerful, it's also fun. And on this day, this Friday, we check in on where fun is. Fun in enjoying your growth, fun in enjoying your process, fun in enjoying your acceleration, fun in enjoying, if it's the arduous stage of your acceleration, that's fun. Realizing that as you make your way through arduous, it turns into momentum and abundance. And sometimes it feels incredibly not fun. And I've been through so many accelerations during my life, from the athletic fields to individual cases in the law firm, to building divisions of the law firm, to becoming a public speaker 20 years ago, to accelerating my public speaking, to originally building this program, to having so many people tell me no, tell me it's not going to work, and seeing things actually not work. So I just want to honor that there is fun to be found in the deepest moments of frustration, knowing that when you remember those days, it will be fun. And I remember so many times I felt like quitting. When I first started developing and building the law firm, I felt like quitting every single day. As that year from late 1998 rolled into 1999, I felt like quitting every single solitary day. That is a true statement. I couldn't do it anymore. I was scared to communicate with people. I was scared to believe it could work. I didn't think it would work. People were telling me I was absolutely wrong, that there was no way that people were going to hire me. And then people were telling me that the healthcare recovery business of Calgary Law that last year brought in more than $10 million in gross revenue. They told me there was no way that that industry could be built. Then as we were building other industries, other divisions inside of healthcare recovery, they told me that was impossible. The number of times I've heard that what I was going to build couldn't be done, I cannot tell you. And I'll also tell you that many of the things specifically I've attempted to build, many of the ecosystem mergers I've attempted haven't worked out either the way I hoped or at all. And that's a normal part of the process. And that's why the fun of all this in the beginning is taking massive action and figuring out which people are going to do what they say they're going to do. Where are you going to find traction? We've often heard the story, or for many of you have heard my story, it's certainly the introduction of when I first started speaking in front of the Chiropractic Society. I don't as often share the story that at that very same time, I was speaking in front of groups of people because I thought a direct and accelerating access would be talking to people about wills. And I started doing speaking engagements in front of some groups about wills, and it just wasn't gaining any degree of traction. And the profitability was much lower, the revenue was much lower. And I realized that in healthcare recovery, there was an outstanding, not only initial purchase, but residual sale element to it, because the clients would be repeat clients over time, that was just a much easier accelerant. So as you're thinking about your ecosystem merging, don't just think randomly. Have fun with it, seeing the vision and intentionality of its exponential nature, meaning that it can produce more money, more acceleration, there's more value to add, it's a bigger game. So be intentional with where you're putting your time as well. With that said, are there any folks that have any questions, thoughts, comments about what I'm sharing this morning or talking about overall before we start to take it home? Wins, thoughts, questions, shares? Going once, going twice.
Sean,
right, amazing. So,
hi.
yes.
Sean, it's Liba.
Hey.
One
Liba,
quick
what's
thing.
up?
Good morning. I actually
morning.
have a million things to do, and I'm like, I don't know how you get everything done that you do and are so successful. It's amazing. And I'm like, if you could do everything that you do, which is on 1,000 times a higher level, I for sure could do what I need to do. So thank you.
Yeah, well, thank you. Time blocking is huge, and I will share with you. I will share that my processes are still developing and accelerating, and it's certainly imperfect. And there are times I feel the frustration of feeling a bit overchunked, if you will. So it's not something when you're accelerating that ever completely goes away. I promise you that. There's days I'm like, man, like there is a lot going on. And then I reframe, I step into my self-mastery, I step into my process mastery, and there's still optimizations of applying the formula and the stuff that I'm doing as well. So I just want to always be real, totally transparent.
Thank
acceleration
you.
is there. So thanks, Leva. Anybody else have anything else they want to share? Okay. So as we're going to move into this final piece. Remember, I said it earlier in the week, that as you're out there communicating with people, remember that regardless if somebody is a billionaire or if somebody is a major person of influence with millions and millions of followers online, or somebody is just attempting to get going, or anywhere in between, they want something in the space of more money and less time with more magic. People want everything from, even if people are making a ton of money, some people want to make more. People making a ton of money want to save time and have more freedom of time and more leverage. And virtually everybody wants more connection, more impact, more ability to contribute, more love, more passion, more enthusiasm, more adventure, something in that space. And that's what you can add massive value to, which is your knowledge in the formula, by the depth of your listening. And when you feel, like, connect to the fun of those breakthroughs, when you feel the energy shifts in people, when they talk more, when their words become more excited, when they sense and see that there's something in you that has them see their future in, or at least a possibility of seeing their future in. That's what we're talking about. So, Fernando, any final, or Jared? I'm not sure if Jared's out there.
Yes, I'm here.
Or Adam.
I'm here, Sean.
Hey, Jared.
I'm here.
Yeah. Hey, what's present for you?
So what's present for me is a different F on this Friday. It's follow-up, which I think follow-up is really fun. And I poke the bear, Adam Gugino, all the time. Very fun friendship and relationship. But I want to give Adam a shout out because of his process mastery and some self-mastery. Somebody joined the mastery program after a period of time, because they need to take a period of time to make a decision. And follow-up is fun. People often don't think about that, but follow-up is fun. And because of Adam's process mastery, somebody said yes yesterday to joining. And meetings that are taking place as we speak, some really, really big meetings, are the result of fanatical follow-up. Relationships that many of us have had for years, us just staying and persevering and making the follow-up process fun is what's yielding the outcome. So I feel like this is a really important message for everybody, because sometimes you could be in the formula and still not get to a yes. It doesn't mean that it's a no. It just means it's not a right now. And once we step into process mastery inside of the mastery program, you'll start really seeing how follow-up is actually fun and it's frictionless and it's exciting. But shout out to the big AG over there for fanatical follow-up and taking somebody who's better with us and without us to yes. Good job, my friend.
Yeah. Thank you, Jared. And Adam is a beast of fanatical follow-up. And I read a study a number of years ago that said the average yes in a sales process, the average yes comes after the 6th ask. And it's not like, hey, are you ready yet? No. Okay. Are you ready yet? No. Are you ready yet? No. It's not that. Right. There's distinctions. There's process of dealing with objections, but it's after the 6th ask is the average sale. So one great barometer for you is, are you getting to the 6th ask with people? And if you're not getting to the 6th ask, then Jared just gave you an extraordinary access point in the fun of your follow-up, because that alone could exponentially grow your sales if you commit in your process mastery to getting to your 6th ask for yes. So that said, it is Fun Friday. Let's go take massive action, connect ourselves to the fun and excitement of it, and have an amazing day and weekend. Thanks.